porn. Now, when I watch porn, I primarily go for the non-hetero, non-straight stuff. But on very rare occasions, I do dabble in the straight variety whenever I'm in a certain kind of mood. But usually I go for, you know, non-hetero and non-straight stuff. And of course you would probably say, of course you do, because you're not a hetero person, you're not a straight person. Of course you're going to go for, that sort of stuff. And yeah, that is true. That is one of the reasons why I primarily go for that more than the other. But there is a more elaborate, more deeper, if you will, reason. You see, with straight porn, a lot of the time, straight porn just seems kind of the same. It seems like there's just not a lot to it. It's the same kind of thing. It's wham, bam, you're done, and then it's just very the same, very repetitive. Not much to it. There's not much thought or anything put into it, really. And it just feels very, very cheap. Very, almost soulless, even. With a lot of straight porn, it lacks a lot of soul. It lacks a lot of passion, if you will. Like, there's not a lot of, stuff in it. Like, there's not a lot of intimacy between people, or perceived intimacy, or whatever. There's not a lot of closeness. There's not a lot of, sensualness or sensuality. There's not a lot of passion between the people that much. It's usually just wham, bam, you're done. That's it. It's always the same most of the time. And it just kind of feels boring and repetitive and cheap and soulless and passionless, or passionlessness, or whatever. I don't know what I just said, but yeah. And it's just, I don't really like that in my porn that much. And that's primarily a lot of what straight porn is. And it's one of the reasons, the biggest reason why I don't really go for a lot of straight porn. I don't really watch a lot of straight porn. But yeah. Now, unlike straight porn, non-hetero porn or non-straight porn, there's a lot more put into it, it feels. There's a lot more, it feels, there's a lot more passion put into it. It's more passionate. It's more, there's a lot more intimacy in it. There's a lot more closeness in it. There's a lot more sensualness or sensuality into it. It seems like they put a lot more into it when it's non-straight or non-hetero. Not always, of course. Not always. But a lot of the time, yeah, it seems like that way. And it's why I like non-hetero, non-straight porn more. Of course, besides the obvious, of course. But yeah, it's just that straight porn doesn't really do it for me because it just lacks so much, and it's, in a way, it feels less real. And I know that's weird to say because I'm talking about porn, because a lot of porn, straight or not, is not real, obviously. But somehow straight porn feels even less real. It feels even more fake somehow, and it's weird, but it is. How I felt about it, and I don't know. It's just yeah, just how I feel. But